con los rompe discoteca.
Tú quieres duro. 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 Hoy te demostramos que somos los nuevos jefes del underground. Quieres duro.
Dale duro y dale más duro.
It is high, it is far, it is gone.
Los verdaderos. Vamos pa' la calle.
Mixing live straight from New York City.
Hola mi gente, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of Don Yankee con el body, brought to you by NYYNEWS. I'm Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario. I'm back, folks. I'm back. Feels good to be back. How's everyone doing today? If you have some spare time, come vibe with the kid for a bit. And let's talk about some Yankees updates. Let's talk a little about the WBC and how fans are reacting to the WBC. Now, first thing, let's get into the WBC. I want to talk about my team, Team Puerto Rico, aka Team Rubio. They had a great run. Unfortunately, though, were eliminated by Team Mexico. We had a good run, folks. We had a good run. We got to eliminate a juggernaut team, the Dominican Republic. We did very well, and we eliminated DR. We were winning against Team Mexico. Unfortunately, the bullpen couldn't hold the lead. But it's okay, you know. They had a good run.
Damn, son.
Those games are very, very emotional, very theatrical on the field. Fans had a blast out there in Miami. USA eliminated Venezuela, a juggernaut of a team, a sleeper team that nobody really, I wasn't really paying much attention to Team Venezuela, to be honest. But they had a really good team. Team USA, though, got through them. And they also beat Cuba. I think it was like 14-2, a real spanking. So, Team Mexico, with their star, Randy Arozarena, who's Cuban, but guy has his citizenship in Mexico or something like that through marriage, or I don't know what the case is. But he's been carrying Team Mexico. He's been playing amazing baseball. Good for him. Good for Team Mexico. They're going against Team Japan. That's going to be a very good game. My money is on Team Japan. That team is stacked. I think Japan and USA are going to be the final two teams. And that's going to be wild. Team Japan has some very good pitching, and they have good hitters. Team USA, unfortunately, as great as they have that lineup, those bats are very elite. Their pitching is but it's good enough, though. It's good enough. So anyway, now let's talk about the Yankees real quick. The hottest thing right now, the hottest battle, like I've said in previous videos, the infield job right now with the baby bombers and the other regulars, Gleyber Torres, isiah kiner-falefa, battling it out with Oswald Peraza, and Anthony Volpe. Volpe has been making some noise this spring training. I mean, this kid looks like a major league shortstop. I was hearing a lot about his arm. He was making some plays that looked very good. I didn't see where he lacked an arm. Like, he made some really good throws to first base. I mean, I don't really know what some of these folks were on social media were talking about, that he didn't have the arm for it. So it made me question whether he could even play third. If he doesn't have an arm at short, how's he gonna have an arm at third base? But he looked good at short. You know, the Yankees brass told Anthony Volpe that he has a real shot to make opening day on this team. And he's taken that to the heart. I mean, we heard rumors that once he found out, instead of taking a break, he went right back to work. His father thought he was going to take some time off. Nope, he went right back to work. Good for him, and it's showing. The baby bombers have been showing out in spring training. I mean, their numbers are pretty good. They have some, one of the best bats that I've seen on one of these prospects is the Martian, Jasson Dominguez, who's impressed a lot of people. He was signed. He was sent back down to the minors. Obviously, he hasn't had that many games in AAA. I mean, in the minor leagues, he hasn't passed AA, or something like that. Like, they weren't gonna just let him be on the team. He needs some seasoning, of course. But man, let me tell you something. The way he's been playing, the way he was playing out there on the field, like his routes are a bit off, cool. But I tell you what, I take him any day over Aaron Hicks. His bat showed he had a very, very good bat. So right now, the battle for left field or in the outfield is between Aaron Hicks, isiah kiner-falefa. Yeah, you heard that. isiah kiner-falefa, who's
damn, son,
a platinum glove third baseman, who the Yankees brought in to play shortstop. That didn't work.
Damn,
well,
son.
Let's put you out in the outfield. Okay. But, I feel bad for the kid, IKF, because he's not a bad player. He's actually not a bad, he's made some mistakes at shortstop. But when you're playing shortstop in Yankee Stadium, when you're playing shortstop for the New York Yankees, you cannot make any mistakes. Because you're on their magnifying glass. Any mistake you make, forget it. You're done, kid. I feel bad for him. Like, and I tell you what, he looked better than Aaron Hicks out in center field. He was out in center field. He looked way better than Aaron Hicks. It's a little wild, but it is what it is. The Yankees, man, they're weird. They're weird, but back to the prospects. A lot of the prospects showed out. They did their job. They showed where, a lot of them were brought back down, of course. We're getting late into spring training. But from what we're hearing is that the brass is impressed with a lot of these kids. Oswald, Peraza, and Anthony Volpe right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they're both playing up the middle opening day. Right now, gleyber Torres was playing for Team Venezuela. He did okay. I mean, it wasn't that, I think 13 at-bats. If these numbers are correct, he had a 308 average, 1 home run, 1 RBI, 920 something OPS. Gleyber's Gleyber. He's back with the club because obviously Team Venezuela was eliminated by Team USA. But what I want to talk about real quick is I'm hearing a lot of chatter about IKF. We need to move IKF. We need to move Hicks. Right now, the biggest liabilities I've seen so far in spring training is Aaron Hicks still doing what Aaron Hicks does, dropping balls that are routine fly balls. And Josh Donaldson's... Let me look at these numbers. Josh Donaldson in 28 at-bats, a 179 average, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 602 OPS. Now, that's terrible. That's terrible, folks. You can't sit there and tell me that's not terrible. But then you got IKF, 26 at-bats, 231 average, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, 708 OPS. Aaron Hicks in 31 games, 290 average, 1 home run, 1 RBI,
damn,
1 stolen
son.
base, 752 OPS.
Damn.
Aaron Hicks he's been slapping singles here and there. But his defense looks like shit. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't look good. You remember that play last season where he dropped the ball, he completely gave up on it and just kept him. He did something. Yo, he called, check this out, folks. Anthony Volpe is calling for a ball. He's calling everybody off that he has the ball. He's gonna catch it. Aaron Hicks calls him off, runs, and drops the ball. Almost fumbles and falls. Then they have the nerves to try to put the blame on IKF, who was in center, saying, oh, it should have been his play. No, how about this? How about Aaron Hicks stay the fucking left field? Let Anthony Volpe get that ball. Let somebody, like, Aaron Hicks, I've said this before and I'll keep saying it. And Aaron Hicks been clocked out. Aaron Hicks clocked out a long time ago, folks. I don't know why people still insist on trying to throw numbers at us. All you have to do is just go out there and watch what he's doing on the field. I know the brass has to be paying attention to them. I know the brass has to be, because from what Aaron Judge went public saying that he believes whoever plays the best should be on the field. It don't matter what age they are. It don't matter if they're minor leaguers or now or any. He's basically calling the brass out. Like, if Anthony Volpe is what he is, he needs to be playing. Not IKF or somebody that's not performing as well as the prospects are. Whoever plays the best needs to be playing. So now they're saying that there's a big, sizable meeting. There's a sizable meeting going on right now. Today is March 20th, Monday. So there's no game today. They're saying that there's meetings going on today. I guarantee you, folks, in that war room, quote unquote war room, they are discussing right now who's going to play shortstop opening day, who's going to play second base. They're right now. I guarantee you that place has to be split on who should be playing shortstop, who should win the job, Anthony Volpe or Peraza or IKF. I tell you what, I think they've made it quite clear though, and I'm gonna take that back. I don't think IKF's in that talk anymore because they got that guy playing. In the beginning, he was playing only shortstop. I mean, now they're moving him around. He's even playing in the outfield. He's done. I don't think he's not playing shortstop opening day. I don't even think he's going to be on this team come opening day. So right now, I think they're having big meetings. That's why they brought in these two new guys to be there on the left side and the right side of Brian Cashman. So they are discussing right now who's going to be the shortstop. Because Anthony Volpe has done everything he's needed to do. Right now, for instance, everybody comes to us and they like to throw numbers at us. They throw stats at us. Okay, cool. Let's go by the stats alone. Right now, Anthony Volpe's stats in spring training have been amazing. He's won the position. If that's the case, he's won the position. Peraza's, I feel like Volpe has outshined Peraza. Volpe and Jasson Dominguez, when Dominguez was up, their bats, and like Anthony Volpe has not only has his bat shown that it's pretty good, and they've been playing him leadoff hitter, like we've been talking about before in the other videos. You put him up there on the leadoff spot. He's a good contact hitter. That's what they've been doing, and it was working. He was slapping balls left and right. Yeah, he could use some seasoning, but you let that seasoning happen throughout the season. His defense is good enough to play on the everyday lineup. I don't know what they're gonna do with Peraza, to be honest. So before spring training started, there was word that Peraza was his job to lose. I tell you what, folks, he lost that job. I think Anthony Volpe has the brass scrambling, trying to convince themselves, because this Yankees brass, they make a decision and they're going to try everything possible to justify that decision. And right now, Anthony Volpe got them scrambling because they cannot justify not playing him. So now my thing is, with this sizable meeting, I feel like they're like, okay, cool. We're going to play Volpe. Where are we going to play Peraza? Is Peraza going back down to the minors? I think they already started his clock, his time. You know how they are. They have this war room. They want to, they try to kick the tire on every idea, right? What are they going to do with IKF? To me, because everybody's like, why are they playing IKF in the outfield? I'm one of them. But at the same time, you got to think, listen, they're showcasing this guy. They're showcasing this guy. The Dodgers needed a second baseman shortstop. I hear the Rockies need somebody. There's probably moves out there. There's probably deals that are not finalized, obviously, but they've interacted with the Yankees. I'm sure there's a bunch of deals on the table. Obviously, they're not finalized, but at any moment, they can pop a move out right now because opening day is it's near. And they need to open up some spots for these guys. Like, I believe there's going to be a trade coming soon. I think, in my opinion, right now, Anthony Volpe, in the beginning, before the spring training started, I thought Volpe was going to come, play, you know, and then be sent back down to AAA. Because everybody was speaking about Peraza as if it's his job to lose. Because he played last year. He started a postseason game for us at shortstop. And he did not look bad, to be honest. But I tell you what, Anthony Volpe squashed all of that. Anthony Volpe took the hose and washed all the chalk off of the floor right now. Everything that wasn't right, he washed all of that off. He's making his own statement right now. He's shown that he's ready for the bigs. And the way the Yankees have been hyping him up, I think it's going to happen. Now, do they go with him and Peraza up the middle? Since Peraza technically is a better shortstop. I mean, technically from, you know, but if you watch both of them, I mean, they both look good. They both look good in the shortstop position. So would they play one in shortstop and the other one at second base to start to opening day? You know, they got to do something like that because right now they haven't made any other additions. So fans are right now they're not as content as they were before all of these injuries occurred. Rodon, Bader.
Damn, son.
Trevino, Tommy Kahnle, of some other bullpen guys. Sorry, it's not in my head right now, but we have a lot of injuries right now.
Damn,
unless that big move that we spoke about, that Michael K spoke about, unless a big move is about to bust down all of a sudden, they're going to have to bring out the baby bombers, the ones that everybody's hyped about, because they're going to have to make us happy somehow. They can't go into the season where IKF at shortstop, Gleyber at second, Wash Donaldson at third, who Donaldson has looked terrible. His bat looks terrible. He still cannot catch up to a damn fastball.
Damn, son.
Donaldson, man, I feel bad for him, but then I don't feel bad for him. Him and Aaron Hicks. You know what? Aaron Hicks' bat has looked okay. It's looked okay, but his defense has not looked okay. And Josh Donaldson's defense looks okay, but his bat is not. It's nowhere near okay. If it was up to me, I would have Donaldson, Hicks. I would keep IKF, I'm not going to lie. I'd get rid of Donaldson and Hicks so damn fast. But guess what? They're owed so much money. Donaldson with the 20 mil, Hicks with the 10 mil.
Damn, son.
Right now, as the team is, the most valuable player they have that I feel has a big chance of getting moved is Gleyber Torres. I've said this before in my other videos. Because right now, Gleyber Torres is a solid second baseman, top 5. I don't care what anybody says. IKF has a lot of value too because the way he can maneuver around the infield. He can even be your backup catcher. But right now, Gleyber Torres has 2 years left on his contract. And he's a solid bat. They can straight up trade him for a bullpen arm or for a starter or for a left fielder. Include him with some other prospects. But let me tell you something. This big meeting that they're having, this sizable meeting with all the top dogs, Volpe, I bet you Volpe has something to do with it. Volpe definitely has something to do with this. He's got this brass scrambling because the brass have already had a plan. They already have a plan because you fans know this. You guys know this. The Yankees love gaslighting things. They'll come up and they'll start. Yeah, we're gonna try to do this. At the end of the day, we find out none of that was true. False, all false. So it seemed like they already had a plan. They were betting on these vets to show out in spring training so they can justify, well, this is why we got to do this. But it all comes down to money. Hal Steinbrenner is not going to just eat up Josh Donaldson's money. He's not going to just eat up Aaron Hicks's money. You know, Brian Cashman, I've said this before and I'll die on this hill. His ego gets the best of him, yo. His ego, and they've been reporting, people are saying, everybody's saying that his ego gets in the way of everything. I've seen teams, DFA guys that are getting paid big bucks, but it's not working out with the club. So they're like, whatever, it's team first. Not Cashman. Cashman got to go by the numbers. He's getting paid this much. All right, you better make it work.
Damn, son.
What you mean you tired? You better go play. Paying you $20 million to hit some balls. You better figure out a way to hit them balls, Josh Donaldson. Come on. Donaldson looks terrible. Side note, he looks terrible. You know, so with this meeting, hopefully we find out something. But I'm excited right now. Like, I'm happy with this team. But at the same time, I feel like with this big meeting that they're having, something's coming. They either announce Anthony Volpe is going to be the everyday shortstop, or they're going to announce maybe he's the second baseman and Peraza's the shortstop. And guess what? Gleyber Torres is traded. Maybe IKF is traded. I feel like these guys are, I know you guys are thinking the same thing. Let's be honest. All of you are thinking the same thing. How Steinbrenner talking about the future of this team. How they need the Peraza and Volpe are the future. Gleyber Torres, he's not in the plans, folks. He's getting traded. They almost traded him for who was it? Pablo Lopez in the Marlins? He almost got traded. They're gonna trade him. They're just right now. You know, aluminum foil, a theory of mine, like everybody, all Cal Higashioka went to play for Team USA. Gleyber Torres went to Team Venezuela. You would think a guy like Gleyber Torres, who's trying to defend his spot up the middle, right? You got the babies coming in to battle it out. You would think he would avoid playing for Team Venezuela to fight for his spot. He didn't. He went, you know, and I'm all for the WBC, which we're going to get into that after this. But I figured he sees it like, look, I'm not going to be on this team much longer anyways. I have an opportunity to play for Team Venezuela, my home country. I'm going to go do that. I ain't worried about what's happening in spring training with the Yankees. When I get back, I get back. We'll figure it out. Cal Higashioka, he has his spot. He's cool. Higgy is Higgy. He knows when he comes back, he's going to be the backup catcher. But I think in Gleyber's case is a little different, right? Like, you would think since these little baby bombers are going to be fighting for his spot, you would think he would want to stay in spring training and feast up on these babies from other teams. All of these other minor leaguers, you would think he would stay there just to feast and put his numbers up and make a case for himself to be on the Yankees. And he chose to go play in Venezuela. Now he's back because they were eliminated. But you get what I'm saying, right? Just a theory. I think he knows his time is almost up. He said it before in his interviews. They asked him if the club has mentioned extension talks with him. He's like, no, I wish. I don't think he's in the plans, yo. I've said this in my other videos. I think he has a lot of value, and I think the Yankees are going to trade him. A few years back, I was on Twitter arguing with people not to trade him for Castillo. Estúpido! I look back at that tweet like, yeah, mama, I would have died. I do that deal 10 times. I would do that deal. But it is what it is. Now, so the battle right now for infield, if gun to my head, I think Volpe's the shortstop. I think Peraza's going to get traded. Donaldson's going to stay. I think Hicks is going to get traded. And I think IKF is going to get moved somewhere else different. Oh, that's wild, Robert. Okay, fine. So anytime people have predictions, that's just what they are. They don't always pan out, but this is for fun, right? Gun to my head, you ask me that. For all we know, none of these guys get moved. And we go into the season with the same bunch, the same crew. Because, hey, at least DJ's batting, right? At least DJ's healthy, which I'm excited for, but you know what I mean. But, again, we'll keep an eye on and see what happens. Volpe, though. Volpe making that noise, folks. He got that brass nervous. They trying to figure things out, so stay tuned to that. Now, I want to talk about the WBC. A lot of folks right now there's been this back and forth ever since Edwin Diaz, the closer for the New York Mets, the one that comes out to the horns, the narco, you know, all of that good stuff, heard himself jumping up and down, celebrating.
Damn,
his knee.
son.
Which, celebrating, you jumping up and down, come on. Something was funny in there, but anyway. Fans are upset with this, and I get it. As a Met fan, I'd be so upset. But they're over here disrespecting the WBC, saying it's nothing, it's meaningless. It's just like how Michael K. Well, I hate Michael K. I can't stand Michael K. He said it. It's a little bit more meaningful than spring training, but a lot less meaningful than the World Series. A lot less important. Michael K. He's like, it hasn't even been around for more than 20 years. What's the big deal? Blah, 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 blah. Him, along with all these other jabronis, saying that the WBC it means nothing. It's just a tournament. The majority of these fans that are complaining about this are talking out their ass. They're saying, well, it's only the Hispanic countries and all of these foreign countries, like as if Team USA is not out there. They've been interviewing all of these. Mike Trout, Captain America, literally the captain of Team USA, saying this is the most fun he's ever had playing baseball, bro. You ask all these players, Mookie Betts and all of them, they're having a time of, they are excited right now playing these games. It's not meaningless. These games are very important, especially to all the other countries that are depending on, like they use this game. That's their out. Team Dominican Republic, bro, and DR, man, that where everybody plays baseball. Venezuela, Mexico, Puerto Rico. You seen the emotions. These stadiums were packed. These stadiums look like post-season, like twice as live as the World Series games, Fry me. I don't care what y'all say. Fry me. They asked Andy Pettit. I seen a quote. I might butcher it, but something along the lines like this crowd seems like how it was when it was the Yankees versus the Red Sox. He said it's even louder or something like that. Even more, even louder. That's wild. So all of these dudes are, I get it, they're mad because some of their players are getting injured, but don't sit there disrespecting the WBC as if it's just nothing, if it's just a side tournament. Because if you, and I tweeted this, fry me all you want. If we're going to be real, the WBC is the real World Series. Because there's literally teams from around the world playing against each other. Maybe the MLB should change the name instead of the World Series to maybe the American Championship. Whoa,
Damn, son.
I'm getting chairs thrown at me. I'm just joking. Relax, folks. Relax. But you get what I'm saying, though. Some of you fans need to get a grip. Get a grip. Just because it doesn't mean nothing to you doesn't mean you got to sit there and say it's meaningless to you. But look at everybody else having fun. Look how, they were showing the percentages of the TV ratings of people in Puerto Rico and DR. They were like in the 41%, 61% of people watching these games. You cannot sit there and say that they're meaningless when so many people are tuning in to watch these games like that. I don't want to hear it, folks. It's the boomers. And I said this in my elevator when we talked about the WBC. The boomers were going to be in hate mode. The boomers, they're going to be, The only thing I really loved about this was, too, as you can see, a lot of fans are really into it, and they're really rooting for Team USA. A lot of these younger crowds, and even the older crowds, too. Not all of them, let's be honest. Not all of them are boomers. But everybody's getting into it, yo. So that means the next few WBCs are going to be lit, yo. Especially if Team USA wins it again. That's back-to-back. Forget about it. WBC, man, that's the future, yo. People don't want to accept it. It's like, y'all want to grow the game of baseball. You don't grow it by changing up the rules, changing up the game. This is how you get baseball to get more bigger. It's all over the world. Everybody around the world's watching. They're watching how emotional these players are getting. They're getting excited. These young little kids watching with their parents. After they watch these games the next day in school, you see them, they want to go play baseball. They're excited. That's what we need to grow the game. Not changing not pitch clocks, not bigger bases, all of this nonsense. You know, you want to grow the game, lead the game the way it is. Matter of fact, bring back sticky stuff and juice balls. Shit. I just said that, and I know it's going to tighten a few people up, but whatever. All I'm saying, folks, is stop criticizing everything. Stop being such haters. Yo, there's so many damn haters in this world. Like, just get a grip. Leave us alone. If you don't like it, that's fine. We'll take a walk. Let us enjoy it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. You know, good luck to Team USA. Good luck to Team Japan. Good luck to Team Mexico. On the next few days, let's see. My prediction is I think it's Team USA and Team Japan. You know, Japan got good pitching, but Team USA got good bats. So, let's see if what they, you know, they always say pitching wins World Series, pitching wins games. Let's see if let's put that to the test. But anyway, folks, you know, hopefully the next few days we get some moves, we get some trades. Let's a quick gun to my head. Who's playing shortstop? Who's playing second base? Gun to my head, I think second base is going to be DJ. Volpe, shortstop. Josh Donaldson, third. Rizzo, if he's back in time, at first. Gleyber, I think, is gone. IKF, I don't know if he's gone either. He might be a utility player. Who knows? But I for sure think Volpe makes the team. Peraza, I don't know what they're going to do with him. I have a feeling they might. Because Peraza, man, everybody's sleeping on him, yo. Everybody sleeps on Peraza. So, he might be a trade. They might trade him. Who knows? But anyway, till next time, folks. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, leave some comments, get in this convo, folks. Let us know what you're thinking. Remember, this a Yankees family. We're a community. Everything you say matters. Don't let other people say otherwise. No matter what your opinion is, no matter what your trade scenario is that you want to put out there, everything that spews out of our mouth that has to do with the Yankees matters. Yankees, we're family out here, folks. Leave your comment. Let us know what you think. Follow me on Twitter at DonSicario1. Go to the NYY News shop. Treat yourself. Get yourself a shirt. Get yourself some caps. April 1st, it's going to be a big event in Yankee Stadium. Pete Seminetti's from NYY News TV and the whole crew, they're going to be over there. If you get yourself some tickets, there's a few tickets left. NYY News, the NYY Sports Talks podcast crew is going to be there, the fellas. There's going to be a lot of people over there. The gay yanked heads are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of heads in that event. It's going to be real fun. My guy Felix, La Mente Maestra is going to be up in there too. We're going to be deep. If you get a chance, go to Felix at NYY News. Go to his page. You could probably see, you could purchase some tickets. Go to Seminetti. If you're listening to this, you know who the guy Pete is. Go to NYY News TV. Go on his page on Twitter. You can find tickets there too for the event. It's gonna be really cool. It's in the Audi Club or something like that. It's gonna be real fancy. Real fancy. There's a few tickets left. It's a great deal. So remember, folks, I'm Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario. This has been another episode of Don Yankee con el Body. Till next time, mi gente.
Mixing live straight from New York City.